Frequently asked question number 34. Can I use regular potting mix for succulents? Now guys, you need to understand that there are different types of potting mix in the market. A lot of this regular potting mix, they tend to contain the peat moss, or they tend to contain a lot of coco peat and a lot of organic material, because these soil mixes are basically made for house plants. Now house plants will love that potting mix which has a little bit of coco peat, which has a little bit of organic material, because foliage plants, they prefer a little bit of moisture or a good amount of moisture in the soil for them to grow, but our succulents do not like that. So that is the first red flag. When your soil, whenever any potting mix, you tend to see that it has a certain amount of coco peat, it's a completely no-go. Apart from that, let's say that you are just taking the regular potting mix without filtering it. Now I'm going to show you an example over here. Now this is the regular garden soil which is not filtered. If you might have seen my soil mix videos, I tend to filter the garden soil. Now the reason why I filter, you will be able to see over here. Now this soil, it does have a little bit of sand, and it has the regular garden soil. And here, as you can see this is the reason why I tend to filter my soil. You can see this, I can't even break through it. You can see this. It is almost rock hard. So why is this happening is because of that fine dust that I spoke about, which I tend to filter it out before adding it to the aquarium sand. So this is the reason why. You can see it is almost impossible, the amount of pressure that I'm putting in order to break it, and then it slowly starts to crack. But you can never use this soil for your succulents because the roots are going to get suffocated. You can see, even though there is a good amount of sand, you can see there are a lot of sand granules, but I have not filtered this garden soil. So you can see how difficult it is to even break through. Now you can only imagine your succulent roots trying to grow in this kind of material. It is going to be almost impossible for them to grow, due to which they will start getting dehydrated and they will start looking very sick. So all you have to do is just filter your garden soil. Any kind of soil mix, you have to filter it so that you can get rid of that dust, because that is what tends to. Now even now, after I have broken the soil, it looks loose, but the moment I'm going to water it, it will again turn compact. So this is definitely not the type of soil you want to use for your succulents, because the roots will not be able to grow. Whereas you can see, this is the other soil that I have over here. You can see this just with a slight touch. I don't even need to put pressure in the soil, only with a slight touch you can see how the soil tends to move. Even the soil beneath will also, now you can see the moment I'm going to put this, the succulent is shaking, which means how loose and porous the soil is. But the succulent is not moving too much because it has already anchored its roots into that soil. Now it also has a good amount of garden soil which has been filtered. So you can see after filtering the garden soil with the grey aquarium sand, the grey construction sand, you can see how free flowing and how loose the soil is as compared to this soil. This is going to be a total disaster if you're going to use this soil, which tends to turn compact. Right now it is very loose because I have dug it out with a lot of difficulty, but as soon as I'm going to water it, after a couple of days, it will again turn compact. So a succulent will not be able to survive in this. So it's very important to understand, do not use the regular potting mix because it contains a lot of organic material. It tends to contain worm casting, it tends to contain coco peat or peat moss, or maybe there will be a little bit amount of perlite, which is usually used in a regular potting mix. But yes, the amount of organic matter in that and the amount of coco peat is going to damage your succulent. So please do not go for the regular potting mix which is being used for our foliage plants. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and thank you so much for watching.